think this is the first time we've chatted to you since the Challenge Cup final win. So, how have the last 2 months been?
Been good. Yeah, we've, it's been all right. Yeah, things have been good. Things have changed, I guess, since then, and I guess we've achieved that target. But it's a strange one because you achieve something like that, and you go again the next week and the week after that. It's not as if you sit back and you go away on holidays and think about it and all stuff like that. So probably not had too much time to reflect on it, but nonetheless, really pleased that we achieved that. But you very quickly onto the next thing, and that's probably that's winning league games. And there we are, 2 months later.
How have things changed?
I don't mean in terms of at the club. It's probably things out there, outside the club and things, with the supporters, and when you do achieve your goals, it's a strange feeling. But then we're very much like, right, what's next, and what's the next goal, and yeah, that's what our focus has shifted on. It's not been a fall in love with ourselves period. It's almost like, right, that one's in the bag. Let's go get the next one.
I know you've done a lot of school visits and taken the trophy to loads of other places in Hull over the last 2 months. How rewarding has that been?
Yeah, that's great. That's part of it, and inspiring that next generation, especially the school kids. It's been really pretty cool, really, to go around all the schools, and I've done 3 or 4, and to see the look on the kids' faces, and also the community, the people, the parents, the teachers, the people at the school. It's really rewarding. I'm actually taking the trophy back to my amateur club this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to that over at West Bowling in Bradford. So that'll be a pretty cool experience to take that back there and see a lot of old faces. But again, the kids from there, just to sort of inspire them and to take that back there, it's going to be really cool. So really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's separate. I guess that's one of the perks of what happened. But like I said, we kind of we've moved on a bit now. We're focusing on what's next.
I was going to say there was so much talk about there potentially being a hangover after that victory, and it didn't really seem to come until just before the break. And maybe that was a case of having played a load of games in a row. How pleased are you as captain with the way the team sort of pulled itself off the ceiling quite quickly and got back to business?
Yeah, well, look, that's what we get paid to do. That's our job. It's not to sit and drink and go out every weekend and celebrate what we achieved. It's to go to work hard, turn up on a weekend and beat the team that we're playing against. So that's our job. It's what we get paid to do, and we've got a big responsibility to do that. There's a lot of people who come and watch us, pay hard-earned money. People put money into the club, and our job is to go out there. And like I said, it's a strange one because normally this type of thing happens at the end of the year, but with the Challenge Cup it's mid-season, so it's new. It's a new experience for all of us, but I think we handled it pretty well. Disappointed with those 2 results. Probably the Leeds performance was disappointing. The Leeds game was probably obviously disappointing, but was in the game for long periods, whereas the league game we won ourselves at all. But overall pleased, but not patting each other on the back. It's how can we get better?
We'll talk about Wigan in greater detail lately, but how much do you feel the nature of the Challenge Cup victory will help this group heading into a big game such as this?
I guess we'll find out probably at the end of the year how we handle that, and if we learn from the experiences, and I guess playing in big games, naturally you take experiences from them and all the build up and things like that. Things become more normal, but you never every game's an individual one, and every big game, I guess from now every game's a big game till the end of the year. So it's good, it's fun, it's what we play for. This is the business end. This is what we run up and down in freezing cold mornings and in pre-season. This is why we want to be in these games, and we want the games to matter. We want the pressure. We want the fans to get excited and get behind us and give them joy, and that's our job as players, is to deliver on the field. But yeah, it's exciting, and I love playing in them, and I know the rest of the team do.
For you recently, you've been given a bit of a rest. How are you feeling after that?
Feel great, yeah, feel good. We got a rest against Catalan away. Willie made that decision, and probably was at the right time for me. Played a lot of games. Been in played in every game up until then. So came at the right time. I wanted to play. Willie took that one out of my hands, but I think it's just really good management by the boss, and I backed him, and obviously went to France as well, travelled there with the boys and all that kind of thing. So yeah, really good. Feels sweet now. Obviously we've had a couple of games since the break, Salford and Castleford. So happy with it, with the performances, and on to the next one, which is Wigan away.
I was going to ask, he spoke about potentially spiking you and playing you in the Catalans game and then giving you a bit of an extended break. So, how much input did you have into that yourself?
It's just the conversation me and Willie had. We speak every day, to be honest with you, and it was just he had a feel for me, and probably he could feel that I probably needed the rest then rather than the week after the break. So like I said, just good management by Willie. He knows his players, he knows when people are on and when they probably do need a rest. So like I said, Willie made the decision and I back it, and I'm always on board with whatever we come up with and what direction we go with, and I was happy to take the decision, and but still had a part to play within the week, prepping the boys who were playing, and like I said, travelled to France as well. So I'm fully on board with it, and he's the boss. He makes the decisions, and I rep to him. So all good.
How important is it now that you are back to 100% ahead of such a big period for the side?
Yeah, look, we've all got our job to play in that, and it's probably this time of year it's more what you do away from the club, how to get your body prepared and do the right things recovery-wise, what you're eating, what you're drinking or what you're not drinking more often than not. But yeah, we've got a big period, and everybody knows that. We know what's to come, and yeah, this is we've been here a couple of years now, so we know what's expected, we know what's required of us, and it's the business end. It's exciting. It's where we earn our money. I say, we like I said, we get really looked after here, and the club do everything they can for us to perform, and it's over to us as players to go and do that. We've done all the hard work in terms of pre-season and round after round, but we've got 5 rounds to go.
Six.
Yeah. So, but yeah, look, this is what we get paid to do. We're rugby players. We got to go out and play rugby.
Can I ask you, Elliot, you seem to be getting more and more under the skin of opposition players and fans recently. How aware are you of it? Do you enjoy that side of the game?
I'm not aware of it at all. I don't have social media, so I don't. I don't have Twitter or anything like that. So made that decision a long time ago. You got to be thick-skinned in this game, and people have an opinion of you, and that's fine. People can have their opinions, but I don't read anything or all like that. I quite thick-skinned with stuff like that, so people can have their opinion. That's up to them. I don't worry about stuff like that. Let them go for their lives if they want, say what they want. All I care about is my teammates and the staff here and the people that matter to me. So yeah, let them say or think what they want. Good on them.
As someone that's not on Twitter as well, I think that's a bit of a wise decision. But in terms of opposition players, how much do you enjoy playing on that edge of, potentially riling them, but staying on the right side of being disciplined? Yeah, look, there's obviously a line, and that's, for me, it's competing, it's competitiveness, it's competitive nature. We don't play a sport where it's, you just let the other team win, or, whenever I pull the shirt on for this club, I want to win. So there's a line that you can't cross, and I don't think we do here at the club. We're competitors, but I like to think that we don't overstep that line. And look, teams do it back to us. Fair enough. It's all part of the game. For me, it's competing, and you find a way to win, and you do whatever it takes to win. So I know our team do exactly the same thing, and then the other 11 teams in the competition do the same thing. So you try and play and push it to as much as you can, but ultimately that type of stuff doesn't win you a game. It's the toughest team, the team that stays in the fight, executes the players, and defends the best. So yeah, that's part of the game, and it has been for a lot of years, and I'm sure it will be long after I've retired as well. So yeah, it's about handling those situations the right way. When the other team's trying to rile you up or get under your skin, it's how you handle it. But it's part of the game, whether people like it or not. It's been happening for years, and it will do for a long time after. Just while we're on you, England, the Ashes coming up later this year. How do you feel your performances recently have perhaps helped your chance of being selected for that? Not too sure. I just go and concentrate on my job full KR, mate.
obviously I have an ambition to be in that squad, but I don't make those calls. All I can worry about is my performance for Hull KR and representing the club the right way, and that's by my performance. And if that's good enough, great. And if it's not, then I'll take the feedback on board and go from there, really. But I'm worried about what I do when I pull this shirt on.
That sit-down session that you had recently, it was reported that there were some quite brutally honest comments from Sean Wayne to the group. What was that session like? Give us an insight.
Yeah, probably just what you said. He was brutally honest. He explained his view on things and where he was at and his opinion on the group and individuals within that group. And we watched some footage and it was honest. It was direct, but that's him as a guy and as a coach. And not too dissimilar to what we have at Hull KR. The pictures don't lie, really, mate. There was some stuff that wasn't good viewing. But it's black and white, it's there. So just a very clear message of what's expected of you as an individual to be in the England squad, and really direct but clear message. And I thought it was fine, spot on.
Did he say anything to you individually?
Yeah, we had a chat. We had a chat before a couple of weeks before the meeting, and he got around everybody and had a one-to-one with them, so that was good. Like I said, really direct. The message is clear, what's expected of you, and it's up to you as an individual to either go and do that and be in the squad, or don't do that and you won't be in the squad. So yeah, it's very black and white, which for me I think it's fair. And as a player, the message is really clear. So it's up to us as players how we perform, whether we get in or not. James
Batchelor got a call up. Who else in terms of your Rovers teammates do you think should have been there as well?
That's not for me to say, man.
That's fair enough. Let's finally move on to Wigan. Having got silverware finally under your belts now, how close do you feel you are to Wigan as a side and as a club?
I guess we'll find out Friday evening. Look, we don't worry about things we can't control. We can just control what we can, and that's how we train and how we perform on a weekend. So we just got to keep making small steps and progresses in the group. Wigan are a very quality side. They've got great history, but also recent history as well. They've got some of the best players in the competition, so they're really well coached. I could go on for a while. So we've got utmost respect for Wigan, we'll try and beat them on Friday night, just like they'll try and beat us.
When you look back at the 4 previous defeats to them, what needs to change in order to get one over them in another big game with big stakes?
Look, I think every year and every game's different. I think you could look at all the games we've played against Wigan over the years, and there's been different things in different games. So this one will be completely different. It'll be a great atmosphere. 2 great teams, second against third, going at each other. A lot of OKR fans making the journey. Massive following for us. I think it's 3,000 fans at the moment. So just should be a great game of rugby league for people to watch. I'm looking forward to playing in it.